All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. We are back for another week again of Just a Fan podcast. And this is a reminder that because it's April, it is our draft month. Okay, let me introduce ourselves, and then we're gonna talk a little bit about this month, just for in case we got anybody new or anybody forgot anything. Don't mind reminding anybody. Okay, so let's get started. Coach Williams, NFL Encyclopedia, Wildcat quarterback that runs this thing, future Hall of Famer. That direction, panel 316, the good guy with the black hat. What's up, man?
I can't call it. Honestly, this is the part of the draft that I enjoy. That what we're about to talk about tonight, I really enjoy that much. Everybody knows about the top guys, but it's when you really dig into your scouting and you start to really find those guys that a lot of people don't know about. Mm-hmm. You know, the diamonds in the rough. That's why, hence our title, Hidden Gems. Those primarily day 3 guys. You know, fourth round on down. A lot of people feel like, you know, the casuals would say, hey, you know, we got guys that can make an impression in the first 2 or 3 rounds. But when you really look at it, there have been some outstanding players, dare I say, all pro players, dare I say, future Hall of Fame players that have been found on day 3. But you got to do your homework. You got to do your homework. And here on Just a Fan Podcast, we're doing our homework. We're going to give you some names tonight and talk about a few players that you probably hadn't even heard of or have heard about in passing. They're not the big sexy names. They're not the Kenyon Sadiqs or the Fernando Mendozas or the Jeremiah Loves or any of those guys. These are guys that are like, wait, who is that? Oh, let me go look at him. Hopefully that's what you'll do. But, you know, we're giving these guys their shine and we're showing them some love because we believe that if the right teams pick them and they're in the right system, they can be huge contributors. Maybe not year 1, but can develop into guys that can be like household names. So I can't wait to get started on this. Those of you watching at home or just tuning in, if you have somebody that you know about that you think is going to be a day 3 pick for this NFL draft that you like us to look into or talk about, we can do that. You know, so please, by all means, interact with us.
Yes, please do. Please do. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put that in the group chat as people come in. If you have any hidden gems, put this in parentheses, day 3 players.
Potential day 3, because you never know. Somebody might reach for one. Get them on day 2. Like
day 3 players. Please let us know. Okay, and also want to let people know as well, because now it's on all 3 of our channels, YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. We are 10 days from the NFL draft. 10 days from the NFL draft. Again, we're going over hidden gems tonight. which is what you call it, day 3 guys. Well, they're supposed to be day 3 guys. Okay. But then also next Monday is our mock draft 1 point only. Next Monday night, same time, same place. Mock draft 1 point only. We are here. Okay. Then Thursday, we are live on time. Actually, we might go live a little bit early just because, whatever. But we're going to be live for the NFL draft, 2026 NFL draft. They are going to be in Pittsburgh. We're going to be at home, and we're going to be following the draft, and we're going to give our instant feedback and analysis and reactions to each draft pick. Okay. These guys who we have on the list should not be drafted Thursday night. I'm not saying they shouldn't play football, but they shouldn't be drafted Thursday night. Okay. So, like I said, this month is our draft month, and that's what we're covering this whole month. Last week was round 1 prospects. Tonight, Hidden Gems. Next Monday, mock draft 1 point only, and then we cover the NFL draft. So let's get into this. Eric, you got a few players. I have some players. I'm gonna get started though.
Yeah, you go ahead and start because I have just off the top of my head about 6 players that are really interesting and really intrigued me. But I know you really did your digging. You got your pickaxe and your shovel, and you really went digging for these gems. And I know you have a few more than I do. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you get started, and then I'll when it's my turn, I'll present my guys.
All right, first things first. What's up, Brick? All right. So my first player is Carson Shara, linebacker, Iowa, 6'1", 231. Listen, this is a green dot player. Okay. I feel comfortable taking him in round 4. Okay. I don't know if he'll get drafted in round 4. I feel like he'll probably get drafted in round 5 or something. Okay. That's just how I feel about the situation. But he's a green dot player. He sees it and goes make the play in the backfield. He makes a tackle in the backfield. Me as a Cowboys fan, I would draft him. But if I'm Dallas drafting him, I'm making sure I'm pairing him up with a veteran, so that way he gets used to the speed of the game and develops into the green dot guy that you want him to be, that you need him to be. If you're someone like San Francisco who has 2 guys there, and Greenlaw and Fred Warner, hey, here's a couple guys in the upper 20s. They could, you can develop him behind those 2, have him play on special teams, and then when those 2 guys are done, or one of them done, then you can bring him in and say, hey, look, he's ready to start. He's ready to be green dot guy. He's ready to do carry the torch of a San Francisco middle linebacker, which has been definitely a tradition easily for the last decade. And Eric, last 2 decades, Eric, you and I, we have talked about that off camera. So I would definitely take him. Like I said, I'll take him around 4. I feel like he's going to go around 5, but like I said, special teams, get him used to the speed of the game, get him to linebacker rooms, get used to the league, and then he'll be ready.
So what you're saying is that basically he's a developmental guy. He's not a day one get in there, and even in certain sets and certain packages.
Well, not even certain sets, certain packages. Just let him get used to it. Now, if he has to go in there, okay, fine. I don't think he's going to kill you because he is a green dot guy. But I'd rather start him off just in development. What's up, Donald Ray? But yeah, that's what I would do. I would just start him off slow, and then because if you say, "Hey, I want you to be my main green dot guy," day 1, it's like it's kind of slowed down a little bit. Just get him used to it. Okay.
So what has he made any visits? Has he gone to see any teams? Has he been on any team's radar that you know
of? Honestly, I don't know because I didn't even look up that information. What's up, Eric James?
Eric James, what's up, brother?
So, and honestly, all these guys. Now, then my next linebacker, I know he's definitely made some visits, but the rest of these guys, I don't know because I didn't look up that information on visits and stuff.
Okay, all right. Well, I tell you what, since you have more than me, go ahead and go to your next candidate because you have way more. I guess you could say you have way more prospects than I do. So we're gonna go your two to my every one. That way we'll be able to feel the show up, and I won't be talking forever, or I won't run out of guys to talk about. We're waiting on Tristan to come in to because I know he has some guys he wanted to present to, but in the meantime, we'll just go like it's gonna be me and you tonight.
All right, cool. Number 2, Caleb Elam's or TCU linebacker, 6'2", 234. Listen, I think he's gonna get overdrafted.
Do tell.
It's not that he's not good, but it's one of those things where, yes, he has the production. Don't get me wrong with that. He had over 100 tackles this past season. Matter of fact, it was 135.
Ain't nothing to sneeze at.
Right. But I think the speed and athleticism is just going to shoot him up because teams love athleticism to death. Okay. We have talked about this. His 40-yard dash was 4.47. Okay.
Yeah, that'll boy, look, that'll bump you up. That'll definitely bump you up the charts.
Especially a linebacker too.
Yeah, that'll bump you up.
Yeah. So my thing is, I'm like, okay, you're a linebacker, you ran 4.47. Somebody is going to take you probably round 2, round 3. I'm not saying he can't be productive. But
so do you believe he's a day 3 guy or?
Yes, because you can get a linebacker like him almost anywhere. Now, with that speed, no. But he's not a green dot guy. And I say this because I guess I put such a high premium on green dot players.
Yeah, because it's not just about athleticism, it's about aptitude when you get there.
Yeah.
It's about aptitude. Yeah.
Right. So, and a lot of his highlights I saw, he was more so like an overhang player, an apex player. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't in the middle all the time. And another thing too, when it comes to inside backers, I think teams kind of struggle with saying, hey, this is a true middle linebacker because he got a lot of tackles and he goes and get it. There's a difference between seeing it and getting it and using your speed and getting it, okay? And making the tackle. It's a difference. And what I mean is, let me go back to my previous guy, Carson Sharar. As soon as the ball snapped, he gone downhill and making the tackle. Okay? Downhill, make the tackle. Caleb Elam's or ball snapped and he jumped in place twice and then went to go make the play. And because of his speed, the speed is making up for this up here.
So do you feel like he's great with his speed is great for the college game, but do you think it'll translate to the NFL when it's time to play? Because we talk about guys who dominate on the high school and the collegiate ranks, and then they get to the NFL. Guess what? Everybody just as fast as you. So
not only just as fast as you, they can outsmart you. You're going to have offensive coordinators,
more experience. Yeah,
you can have offensive coordinators or just offensive-minded coaches who's going to scheme the heck out of you and put you in a blender. Okay, the likes of the Kyle Shanahans, the Mike McDaniels, and stuff, and Ben Johnsons, they're going to put dude in a blender, and to me that can be concerning. Yes, you are fast. You're going to chase some plays down from behind. You're going to be able to cover some tight ends and man coverage because of your speed. You might even be able to cover some slower wide receivers down the seam because of your speed. And that is fine. Okay. However, I'm afraid of the misdirection stuff is what's going to get them. And I don't want my linebackers to be a tick slow because there are offensive minded coaches who knows how to use smoke and mirrors and have you think you're seeing one thing and then you 1 second late because you're just going somewhere else.
Well, I was able to pull up this data just now while you were talking about Caleb Elamsor. There are about 5 different media outlets that are mocking him, and these are the teams that he's being mocked to. Alec Elijah out of Pro Football Sports Network has him going to Denver at pick 108. Ryan Roberts on A to Z Sports has him going 78th overall. That's pretty high.
So you said 108 and 78.
78. That's a big jump to the Colts.
Yeah, that's 30 picks.
187 to Washington, TJ Randall.
Wow.
Yeah. 115 Bleacher Report to Baltimore.
Okay, so the first one and this one are more closer to each other.
Mm-hmm. And then this is the one I think you're going to enjoy. 112 to the Dallas Cowboys by Josh Edwards, CBS Sports.
So 1, 2, 3 is a lot closer because you said one because it's the first one and the last two. 108, 115, 112. That's a lot closer because that 78 is up in the third round.
That's third round. Well, his window. I'll just hold on. Click that. His window for his projection. Also he's visited 2 teams, Buffalo and Denver.
Okay.
But his window is I just lost it. I just had it. Dang it. Oh, there it is. Okay. His window is low third, meaning late in the third. And the latest is Mr. Irrelevant at round 7. It's got a big window, yeah.
That's it.
But the average is 5th round.
Yeah, because 108, 115, 112, and now 187. God, that's got to be like round 6 or 7.
And I just ran. I'm running I'm just playing around running a mock simulator right now, and I'm in round 4. I'm in the middle of round 4, and he's available.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but he's the top linebacker available when you click on just linebackers, and he is. Give me a second. 1, 2, 3, 4th defender, 4th best defender available at that position, and then overall 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th best player.
Okay.
Overall,
right.
In the simulator. And the funny thing is, I'm seeing some guys here that I'm going to talk about in a little bit that are ahead of him in this 4th round in the simulator. It's funny.
Yeah. So, what's up, Wes? Hey, listen, man, you're not late because I mean, yeah, you missed my part of the first 20 minutes of the show, but listen, Wes, we really just getting started. I just covered 2 players just now. Usually the first 5-6 minutes is a bunch of talking, so don't even feel bad, Wes. You haven't really missed a whole lot. I just finished talking about. Actually, we're still on player number 2 that I'm talking about. Eric hasn't even dropped a player yet. So, just watch the rest of the show, and when you finish, just catch like the first 15 minutes of the show, and you're good.
You'll be okay.
You ain't thank you for
tuning. Thank you for tuning in, Wes. We appreciate you. Man.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah. All right, so I guess it's my turn, right?
Yes, sir, because I covered 2.
Cornerback Charles Demings. It's a Texas guy. He is from the university, my sister's alma mater, Stephen F. Austin University in Nacogdoches. Small school player. He is he's a project. He's projected to go anywhere, but his window is 5th to 7th round. 6'1", 193, 4'4", 140 with a 1.53 split, 10-yard split, excuse me. The biggest questions about him is his NCAA competition. Like, he shined. He shined quite a bit at Stephen F. Austin. But his highlight film is impressive. He's got elite ball skills. He's got good body control. Let's see, do I have a comp? Yeah, he actually comps to Christian Gonzalez. He comps to the Christian Gonzalez who played for the New England Patriots and played lights. Yeah, played lights out in the Super Bowl. Even though his team didn't win, he played amazing.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
But the two biggest knocks on his three. His level of competition that he's seen, because he looks elite. He's like a man among boys when he played against those other schools, those other small schools. He can be a little bit suspect with his tackling. He's more of an ankle biter. He's not gonna pop and bang you.
Okay.
He's not super violent, but on the top of the route, he can tend to get handsy, which is a bad thing. You get hands in the top of the route in the NFL, you know what happens. Here come that yellow flag.
Quick.
Yeah. So, however, the size, speed comparison, and the fluidity, great hip fluidity, his ball skills, he could probably play receiver if you asked him to. He's got great ball skills. And he's got definite long speed to run with some of your faster receivers. He can run with them. If you got a guy out there running a 9 route, he can run with them. If that's all you ask him to do, he can run step for step with that guy. He's probably not going to get beat over the top very often. Right now, I would say he's a cover 3 guy, but he has the ability to play some man, primarily a zone corner. But I'm looking at him going in the top of the 5th.
Okay.
He can fall all the way to the 6th. I don't think he's going to go undrafted. I think he'll be somewhere later in the draft where people are like, hey, what about that kid from that little school in Texas? Yeah, is he still on the board? Yes, he is. Okay, let's go ahead and call his number somewhere in the 6th round, maybe. And he could come in and contribute immediately on special teams just because of the speed and kick coverage. And then gradually work his way into the pro game, because I really feel like the competition that he saw, if you put on his film, you're going to see some really errant throws by some of these quarterbacks that probably shouldn't be playing quarterback in college football, because small school, and I think he made his bones off of some of these guys. Now, some of these are legit great plays, but put on his film. Charles Demings out of Stephen F. Austin, cornerback. I think he could develop within his first 2 years. With the right coaching, he could develop into a starter.
Okay.
They're very low on him. The NFL talking heads are very low on him, but the tape don't lie. I'm sitting up here looking at the tape. And then the confirmation is his workout numbers from said tape. After looking at said tape, rather, and it's like, okay, this kid can play. He has visited 5 teams, and I did not mean to click on that. Excuse me. He's visited 5 teams: the Houston Texans, the Indianapolis Colts, the Miami Dolphins, and Green Bay Packers, and your Dallas Cowboys. So, he's a gamer, and I think whoever gets him, if provided that he's coached correctly, he can have a very lucrative NFL career.
Okay.
And maybe start some teams.
All right. Real quick. So first, what's up, T-Rec?
So, chick.
And then Donald has a question.
Okay.
Who on defense do y'all think from HBCU school would get drafted at any defensive position?
I'm gonna be honest with you. This year, probably nobody.
I will say this: there is a football player who is Nigerian. He performed at the HBCU Combine. I don't think he played any college football, so I think he's coming straight from Nigeria to play football. I will talk about him much later, okay? Because I had to pull up his name because I thought about that as soon as you asked that question. But Eric, let's go back to this corner from Stephen F. Austin. I have a question or two for you. The first question is, do you know if he played at the Shrine Bowl or the Senior Bowl or anything like that?
Real quick, let me see. Give me just a couple of clicks. Give me that. He played in the Senior Bowl.
Okay. If you get a chance, check out his Senior Bowl film because the only reason why I ask is because I wonder if the competition is going to be too heavy for him. Coming out of a much smaller school such as Stephen F. Austin.
Well, here's the observations from says day one, the first check mark of any FCS prospect is seeing whether they fit in athletically, and Charles Demings does. At 6'1", 191, he's a snappy mover with eye-catching burst out of breaks. There's still room for him to sink his hips at a more consistent level, but as QBs throw more down the stretch, he'll have more opportunities to boost his stock. But none of his observations were negative.
Okay.
Deming's non-elite fluidity will always be a slight limitation, but he's an urgent and competitive boundary presence with the burst and vertical range to prevent wide receivers from stacking inconsistently. And the chippy catch point skills cause offenses headaches. So yeah,
okay.
he went out there against some SEC and some Big 12 guys and he held his own.
Okay, good. Okay.
And that's why I feel like he could be a contributor on somebody's team, maybe year 2, year 3, maybe even become a starter.
Okay.
Yeah, in the right system with the right coaching.
There you go. That always matters. Okay, my turn. Jayshawn Barmer, Michigan, 6'3", 240. Play off-ball linebacker, moved to defensive end. His final year at Michigan. He went to St. Francis Academy, which is in Baltimore. And he was born and raised not too far away from where I'm from. Okay. Matter of fact, so close. But he did not go to the school I went to. Where I coach at. He did not go there. He, like I said, went to St. Francis Academy in Baltimore. So he's a local guy. He's very good against the run. Okay. Not afraid to set the edge at 6'3", 240. If you're gonna make him a full-time edge,
yeah, put on some weight.
Yeah, I was gonna say put on about 15 pounds. Okay. And then I think he'll be okay. He'll be okay enough. Since he has off-ball linebacker experience, I would make him a 3-4 outside linebacker. He might be able to get away with some wide 9 stuff. Maybe. Not sure.
What was the name again?
Jayshawn Barham.
Barham out of
Michigan.
Is he listed as an edge or is he listed as an outside backer? I mean,
they might have him as a backer. I don't know. I don't know because, like I said, his final year he's an edge rusher, but he played primarily linebacker. If you Google him, you might be able to pull him up faster.
Okay.
Yeah, Yeah, I know he's probably struggling to find him. But anyway, like I say, it's good versus the run and everything. Um, but like I said, he only has 1 year as an edge. So if you're gonna have him as an edge, you need to develop him. Okay, which means coaching, because it's different from being an off-ball linebacker to defensive end. So I'm saying all that to say, hey, look, take this guy in round 6 through 7 and just develop him, and then maybe he might be a starter down the road. But it's all dependent on development. It really is.
4'6", 440, 33-inch vertical jump. Yeah, he's projected. His projection, his ceiling. Watch this now. His ceiling is day 2.
Wow.
And his floor is day 3 in round 6. So roughly, the average of that would be round 4.
That's crazy, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you know what, Eric? Let me stop real quick. This is what we were saying this whole time, this whole offseason regarding these prospects, especially since the combine finish. There are going to be some guys who are going to be overdrafted, and there's going to be some guys who are going to be some definite steals.
Mm-hmm. And they're going to be people when it gets to day 3. Well, let's be real. The diehard fans who watch all 3 rounds of the draft, you know, those guys, they know who most of these guys are. You say names or whatever like that, but you're talking about like the casuals. They'll be like, "Who the hell is this guy?" When they look at they'll watch the first round, they'll cut it off and go do something else, and they'll watch, they'll catch up on watching Invincible Little Boys or whatever like that. But they'll go back and they'll look up, okay, who did my team draft? And it's always those guys that are later like, who the hell is this guy? And not realizing that they might have a steal. They'd have to go and do research and everything. That's what the casuals do. Or they go ask a more knowledgeable friend that's a fan of the same team, or they'll do something really simple. They'll go look the guy up and look up his 40 time and his height and weight. And that's it. Oh, he's gonna be a beast. He's 6 foot this, 200 and this, and runs for this. And it's like, yeah, but he doesn't fit your scheme. Or he, has all these other issues. You got basically the consumers of the underwear Olympics. They go look up their 40 numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta be careful about that. You gotta be really careful about that when you're looking at guys like that. But let's go ahead and go to the next one.
And that's why I always say scout, draft, develop. Scout, draft, develop. All right. I got a defensive tackle from Missouri, 6'4", 313. His name is Chris McClellan.
McClellan?
Yeah.
That name sounds really familiar. Chris McClellan out of Missouri.
Yeah, defensive tackle, 6'4", 313.
Okay, go ahead. I'm pulling him up. You say he's a D tackle?
Yeah. So I'll have him listed as a 3 tech, okay? I think he starts off as a solid backup. He gets upfield, makes plays. He's really a good size for what you wanted as a 3 tech because he's not lightweight, and because he is 6 foot, because he is 313, and the way the NFL is right now, where you need guys who are heavier on the defensive line to stop the run, because offenses are coming in and condensed formations and heavy personnel packages, you're going to need him. So I put a 7th round grade on him. Like I said, but I think he can be a solid backup. I really do. Like I said, he gets upfield. He gets upfield, makes play in the backfield. So, solid backup.
What round did you have him?
Between 6 and 7.
Okay. Oh, his ceiling. You ready for this?
Round 2.
Round 3.
Okay, not bad.
His floor is round 6.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think it was his raw athletic score was, hold on, give me a second. His raw athletic score was 6.0 out of 10.
Well, he gets upfield, so, but like I say, he's a solid backup. I don't know if he'll ever be a starter, but I think he can be a solid backup.
So basically a change of pace guy along the D line.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I guess it's my turn.
Yes.
Let's see. Okay. We're going to go to the offensive side of the ball.
Okay.
This is not my normal I got smudges on my glasses. This is not my normal position group that I study, but this guy, something intrigued me. I just clicked on the name and started doing research on him, and I'm like, okay. Running back, Nick Singleton, Penn State.
Okay.
All right. So 6 foot, 219. Did not run a 40. But he does have comps to Omarion Hampton and Isaac Garendo. His positives is that basically he knows how to find the end zone. He had 13 touchdowns just this past season for Penn State. I watched his film. A lot of his touchdowns were in the red zone. He has a tendency to kind of be a how can I put this? He can be a hammer where you need a screwdriver.
Okay.
He has definite first step explosion. So like maybe an outside zone team can really work with him. There's a lot of teams running that outside zone now.
Yep. Yeah. Man.
Yeah, so he has great first step explosiveness. He has great breakaway speed, but he can get reeled in by guys with above average speed. A lot of his breakaway highlights, he gets reeled in by the safety. He's not going to take off, and if he gets to the second level, he's not going to keep going. Somebody in the secondary is probably going to catch him.
Okay.
Let me see. He has good cutting ability and twitch. So again, that outside zone scheme, he probably fits really well. The biggest negative on him, again, is ball carrier vision. There's a lot of he could probably get more. He could have gotten more yards if he'd made the cut at the right time or went through the hole a little bit cleaner. So his vision is, and he comes to Isaac Garendo. So yeah, his ball carrier vision leaves a lot to be desired. He doesn't improvise well. That's a big issue. So it's like if the play breaks down, that's it. It's not like, okay, I'm gonna see what I can get, even though this isn't broke down. They didn't read this play. He doesn't have that. I'm gonna see what I can get in him. And his pass blocking leaves a little bit to be desired. So you can't leave him in there on third down, on a passing down. But funny I should say that, if he's going out in the pattern, that's when he becomes a problem because he has phenomenal hands.
Now you said he doesn't have great vision for running the ball. I'm sorry to cut you off. My problem with that is if you're going to run outside zone with this guy, then his vision doesn't work for that because you got to be able to read the hole by the third step, and by that fifth step, you got to be going that direction, and it's three directions. It's bang, bend, bounce. I think I said that right, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, so if I mean I get the whole thing, but if he doesn't have good vision,
So here's the thing. If the hole is clean and it's obvious, like if I ask you what's 2 + 2, you're gonna say 4 automatically.
right.
Yeah. If I give you a bunch of math questions like that, you go. That's where he can put that 1 foot in the ground and go.
Right.
The issue is when he needs to, going back to what I said about improvisation, it's like, okay, wait a minute, that's cut off. Here comes the Mike Backer across this one. I'm finna run this outside zone. I don't know how to cut back against the grain against that. He's in the hole, but he's giving me a sliver of light over his left shoulder. You know,
so then if he's going to run outside, I'd rather run pin pull or counter with him.
Again, this is a scheme thing. If he's in the right scheme and he's getting the right coaching, he can. Let me be clear: this guy's not a starter.
Right. Okay.
He is part of your running back by committee. If you got your dog, okay, I'm gonna use Houston, Texas for an example. They just got David Montgomery, right?
Right.
This guy would be he'd be a good complimentary spell back.
Okay.
So in any given game, he might get 5 touches.
Okay.
Throughout the season, he gets maybe a quarter of the touches out of the backfield, or just catches or handoffs. So, but I have him at round 4.
Okay.
His floor is about round 5. Excuse me. Apologize. So it is, I think he's a great spellback. I think he's when you want to go with you want a stable of good running backs, like you want 3, hell, maybe even 4 good running backs, then yeah, Nick Singleton's a guy that you want to have in your stable. I don't know how things would turn out if you had to be the main starter, especially at this that young. He has been mocked to the New Orleans Saints, Eric James. Now, according to Pro Football Network, his ceiling is a 2, round 2. And I don't see that. That's a definite reach if you go and get this guy in round 2. And his floor is the 7th round. So he's definitely going to be around day 3. His average is 7th round. So his average is 4th round. From round 4 on down to round 7, I'm looking for him to be there. And if you one of them teams that like to draft running backs day 3, there you go. I do. I do think he will be drafted. I don't think he's going to be an undrafted free agent. He will be gone at the end of day 3. By the end of day 3. All right.
Let me just say this, man. That's a huge window.
2 to 7 is huge.
That's a huge window. I'm sorry, but okay. Center Logan Jones. 6'3", 300 pounds. Now, here's the thing about Logan Jones, center from Iowa. He only has 3 years period as a starter experience. Hold on, sorry. He only has 3 years as a starter. No, 3 years experience period as a center. Okay, he was a defensive lineman in the beginning of college. That tells me he was a defensive lineman probably in high school. So they moved him to center. Look, listen, Iowa does a great job to me with offensive linemen, if anything, except for Gallery.
Yeah, he was the one that got away. I ain't gonna say got away. He was the one that misrepresenting the family.
Yeah, exactly.
Most of your Iowa linemen are really good.
Yeah. Oh God.
Let's see. These prediction windows are like cable company time. Yes, they're pretty wide. Those are what the talking heads are saying. Our windows are a lot smaller.
Exactly.
We say there. We'll say where we see them going, and the talking heads will be like here to here, and it's like okay,
But anyway, back to Logan Jones. Listen, since he only has 3 years period as experience as a center, you got to develop him, which means he's definitely a day 3 pick. I got him between, let's say, 5 and 6 round, and you develop him, you draft him. And what's so funny?
You saying your range? I'm finna tell you what Pro Football Network says.
Oh
Go
God!
ahead.
Oh God! Don't do this to me.
You said
5 and 6.
5 to 6, which is realistic. Okay.
But maybe, and depending on your offensive line coach, remember he only has 3 years experience as a center, period. If you develop him, he might be a starter one day. But again, listen, my theory has always been scouting, drafting, developing. You got to do that. You have to be able to scout players, draft them, and develop them. And it comes down to your position coaches, and then it comes down to the coaches to put him in a position to succeed.
All right. His earliest. I'm not even playing. I'm so serious. Logan Jones, center out of Iowa. His earliest is round 2. I'm like, nobody's picking a center in round 2. Come on, man. He's not even the best center on the board.
Okay. I'm not mad if you take a center in round 2. I'm not taking someone who only has 3 years experience, period, in round 2.
But the thing is like,
unless he's just like, a world beater. You know what I'm saying?
But he's not even the best center available.
Right.
Because, I mean, let's be honest. Round 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're like 6 centers. Not linemen, just centers that have a higher draft pre-draft grade than he does.
So he's gonna get drafted in round 4 or 5, late 4 or round 5. I said 5, 6.
That's what I said. So, yeah. So here's wait, I just lost it. They said his ceiling was round 2,
right,
and his floor was round 6.
Thank you, Wes, for when you said that. I just want to put this back up. Also, real quick, Wes had a question.
Okay.
I looked at the guy. What's y'all reads on Zane Durant out of Penn State? Zane Durant is a defensive tackle, coming out of Penn State, like 6'2", 290. Fast, 4'7", 40. Okay, 4'7", 440. 3-tech, 290 pounds. Can shoot up field and definitely make plays in the backfield, even quicker than the previous guy I mentioned, and Chris. The thing I'm gonna be afraid of is I don't know if he is going to be patient enough, because if you one of those 3-techs that like to shoot up field, somebody's going to run a trap or a wham on you. And you're going to be on the ground looking up the sky, asking for your mom. Huh?
Talking about what happened?
Yeah, talking about mommy, I want some ice cream. And you're going to be seeing stars and birdies, okay? So it sounds great. And this 40 sounds great. Again, 40-yard dash sounds great because it's 4.74 or whatever. And you can see it on film that he could just boom. Okay? But somebody is going to run trap or wham on him, and he gonna be up like that. Okay? So I see him probably drafted day 2.
All right. So Tristan gave us some names because he says he's either going to be extremely late or he's not going to make it. Mm-hmm. And Tristan did not understand the assignment. Tristan, we love you, but you did not understand the assignment. We said hidden gems. The 3 names that he gave us are guys who are projected to go day 1 or day 2. They're like the top 5 at their positions.
Yeah, especially the safety.
The safety is probably a first-round draft pick. And it's like, no. So
And the linebacker's either first round or second round player.
Right. And then the running back is probably a third rounder. So it's like, okay, no, that wasn't the assignment. I'm sorry. We love you to death, but it was hidden emphasis on the word hidden gems. All right, so moving on. My next guy, staying on the offensive side of the ball, Eli Raridan, tight end, Notre Dame. He has a 9.46 raw athletic score. 6'6", 245. That's the concerning part. It's probably why he tight end.
You said, wait, hold on. Give me the height and weight again.
6'6", great. 245, not so great.
Oh, you can put 10, 15 pounds on him.
Yeah. 4'6", 240, 1.60 10-yard split.
He's probably a big receiver.
Well, here's the thing. His positives, of course, is he's got the speed, he's got the hands, he's got the height, he's got the explosiveness. He's a great perimeter blocker. So if you got him matched up on a linebacker or smaller, he's gonna do the thing. Don't know if he can push an edge guy back. That's his neck.
He's not inline blocker. I had a feeling he wasn't.
Yeah, he's not going. Now he can hook a defensive end pretty good.
Basically turn him.
Yeah, he can turn a guy. But he's not going to overpower like one of the best blocking tight ends with one of the best tight ends in the league, George Kittle. George Kittle will go head up with a defensive end and take him to the showers.
Right. Him, Rob Gronkowski, right, exactly.
Yeah, guys like that. And of course he'll make short work of linebackers and defensive linebackers and defensive backs. But the negatives are his weight. Also, he has a little bit of injury history, tore an ACL about 2 years ago. And again, going back to that blocking larger defenders. If you ask him to do that, he's going to have to put on some mass. Sight seen, I like him. He's his late 4th round to 5th round projection, in my opinion. But he also doesn't consistently finish when he runs after the catch. And what do I mean by that? You're a tight end, man.
He's a big receiver. He's a big wide receiver. That's what he is.
Yeah. He's but again, right coaching, right scheme, right training regimen, he could develop into, he can play for you day one. He can play for you day one. He has enough skills to play for you day one.
Kind of like tight end number 2.
Yeah, but he would have to be, it's going to take him a little time to develop into being the tight end, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
So again, developmental, but has a lot of positives and some things that can be either, weight lifted out or basically nutritioned out or coached out. A lot of his I guess you could say his inadequacies. But yeah, I have him late 4th, early 5th. Funny thing, that's right about where George Kittle was taken. 5th round.
Okay.
So, he could develop into something special. Well, you watch the film, he snatches the ball out of the air with his hands, great hands. He can catch in a crowd. His route running is pretty good as far as tight ends go. But yeah, he's got some growing to do. And that's what's going to make it. And of course, the injury concerns. That's what's probably going to make him drop a little bit. The injury concerns and his inline blocking.
My only thing with the ACL, man, is like that was 2 years ago, so he should be good by the time he gets drafted, man. Unless unless they see something still wrong with the knee, then okay, I get it. But
Yeah.
other than that, I think he should be good.
Yeah.
Um.
But
Okay.
yeah, that's Eli Raridan out of Notre Dame.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right, you're up, I guess.
Xavier Harris, nose tackle, Ole Miss, 6'8", 330. Okay. This is a guy who, let's just say I got him as an undrafted free agent. Okay.
Okay, so
Now if you try
a phone call,
huh?
So he getting a phone call after the draft.
Yeah. Now if you try to spell his name, it's ZXAVIAN, Xavier Harris.
Yeah, with the ZX. I remember the name.
Okay.
I've seen him before. I've seen that name before. And I got him. He's up on my screen right now.
6'8", 330. It's some negatives on him, okay? But I think as long as he's coachable, you can coach the negatives out of him. What do I mean? Okay, he's 6'8", so what does that mean? High pad level. Well, you can fix pad level on a defense lineman. Put him under a football chute. And for people who don't know what a football chute look like, so I'm sure there's people that don't know what one looks like. I'm gonna show you real quick. Here's one. And let me share my screen so that way y'all can see it. Share screen. Boom. 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 There you go. That's an example of a football chute. Put him under a football chute. Work on his pad level. That's something you can coach out of him. Okay. So, because you can do some drills with that. Okay. All right. Now I'm gonna kill this. All right. Now, also, another negative I saw was they said that bad hand placement. Again, that's coachable.
You can be coached out. Yeah,
right. You can fix that. Okay.
Yeah, those are all coachable things.
Right. Another thing, it said he runs with a narrow base. Okay. You can coach that out of him too. Okay. If he can't adjust off of that little bit of stuff, then that's on him. Okay. Again, got to give him the right coach. 6'8", 330. I don't, because he's so tall, I guess he can put on so much more weight, but I don't know how much more weight you want to put on him because you'd be afraid to kind of slow him down too much. I guess if you put 10, 15 pounds on him just to make him stronger, that's fine. And because he's so tall, you also might want to say, hey, look, if you can't get to the quarterback, which is going to be a lot of times you're not going to be able to, you need to do, I'm going to just say, mirror him, okay? Don't jump, but mirror him. He's a right-handed quarterback. Put your left hand up, and that might mess up the quarter. Not saying you're going to deflect the football. You have a higher chance because you're tall and you got long arms, but it might even just mess up the
passing lane.
Yeah, the passing lane.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so and that can easily get your defense, your players, your teammates some interceptions. Okay, so I would take him as an undrafted free agent. I hope no one has him in round 2 or even round 3 as a ceiling, Eric.
Well,
because if I
oh, you're gonna love this.
Don't do this to me, Eric. Don't do this to me.
They got his earliest is pick 55.
No.
And his latest is 238.
What? Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we're about to wrap the show up.
See, well, my thought process on this, my opinion is that these people don't want to be wrong, so they give a big old window.
And they don't want to hurt the kids' feelings.
Well, no, some of them they just straight up smash on these guys. So that's not the thing. They don't want to be wrong. That's what it is.
But don't.
So it's we told you it's gonna be somewhere between the second and seventh round. Come on, man. Yo, we don't do that here on Just a Fan Podcast. We give it to you real, okay? So we don't do that here.
See, that makes me just want to. Ladies and gentlemen, please get us some more subscribers. And we have a name I'm not familiar with that dropped in a name at your position, Eric, from Delaware, a wide receiver / return man.
Kyle Duplessis. Kyrie Duplessis. Kyrie Duplessis. I hadn't heard of this guy. But we can take a second and we can look at him and see what's going on with him. All right, Kyrie Duplessis. Because I was going to do what I'll tell you what, I'll look at this guy for the benefit of our viewer. And then yeah, we'll do that.
Are you familiar with Ace Boogie?
No, that name does not sound familiar.
Okay, same here. So Ace Boogie, welcome to our show. Sorry we got to you so late. To your question, because I know you posted it up about 5-6 minutes ago, but we were glad to answer your question. I will go to my next player as Eric is.
He's not listed.
He's not listed.
He's not even listed on the mock draft simulator. And that's the Pro Football Network's mock simulators got everybody down to the last guy. So yeah, that's a little odd that he's not there. That I can't find it, but I'll keep looking. But I'll go to my next guy. Wait, yeah, you did your nose tackle. Yeah, you said you're gonna do 2, so go ahead.
Yeah, let me give you my second player.
And while I look this up.
All right, player number 2, Dominique Orange, nose tackle, Iowa State, 6'2", 322, nose tackle. Good player.
I said Iowa State, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you draft him around 5, 6, okay, make him your nose tackle 2, maybe 3, but I guess it just depends on your depth chart and how good your coaching is. If your depth chart is a little lacking, but you got a good coach, make him nose tackle 2. But if you got a good depth chart of nose tackle, then make him nose tackle 3. But I think he'll be somebody that teams will like and can probably be a starter maybe year 3. Can get upfield and make some plays. But he's definitely a nose tackle. Like I said, 322. You might want to put some weight on him, though, because I say put about 10 pounds on him, and he'll be fine.
Okay, so I did find Kyrie Duplessis on Draft Scout. Kyrie Duplessis out of Delaware, 5'10", 193. 40 time is not 4.4. His 40 time is 4.6. He's got a 4.6 40. At being 5'10" and 193 with a 4.6 40 is not a good look. His projection is basically free agent tryout, undrafted.
Yeah, that's what he has up here too.
Yeah. 10-yard split was 1.64, which there are linemen who have faster 10-yard splits. So I was saying, if you're going to be 5'10" and playing receiver, you're going to have a quick step. And he doesn't have a quick step or long speed. So he's going to be a guy that's going to get a tryout maybe, if his stats are what they say this person says they are. Yeah. But as of right now, nah, You know, he's not even listed on Pro Football Network, the mock draft. So
yeah, and I don't see an NFL profile on him. I got ESPN profile on him. Yes, college production is limited. It really is. Because I'm looking at
the only way you can get away with being a 4.6 40 at receivers if you are a massive receiver. Like if
he's one of Woodbridge. Okay.
Yeah, you got to be a big receiver if you're gonna get away with being a 4.6 guy. You got to be 6'3", 215, 220, something like that. It's like, okay, well, he can body people the hell out of the way, you know, kind of like a Jawan Jennings. But yeah, speaking of wide receivers, go to my next prospect. Because my last 3 are wide receivers. My next hidden gem.
Woodbridge High School. Okay, sorry.
Comes from a military academy. This is Mr. Eli Heidenreich out of Navy. He has a 9.1 raw relative athletic score. 6 foot, 198, 4.44 40, 4.44, and he's got a 1.5 split in his 10-yard split. He's very quick. His comp is Golden Tate and Kenny Stills. So again, to be clear before I go any further, he's never going to be the guy for your offense, but he can definitely be a guy. He could be a cog in the wheel in your offense. That could cause a lot of problems if you have. He has the ability to complement other guys that you would have in your wide receiver room. He has his positives. He has running back and wide receiver experience. Okay. In his 3 years as a starter for the Naval Academy, he had 3,100 total yards from scrimmage in 3 years. So that's like 1,033 yards a season from scrimmage. Powerful hand, snatches the ball out of the air. Very, very crisp routes. Now you're probably saying, okay, so what's the big deal? Well, again, competition. When you play for the military academies, you're not really getting measured against top tier competition most of the time. He's not going to break a lot of tackles. He has kind of short arms, so that can be an issue. And he's not really a bruiser when it comes to run after the catch, excuse me. He's not going to run through tackles. He likes to find the ground or find the sideline.
Now, another problem, and I don't know if this still exists, because he's coming out of one of these military academies, if I'm not mistaken, they expect you to do 4 years of service, and then you can be allowed to go pro. I heard something like that a long time ago when another player came out of Navy. I don't know if that still exists. I'm assuming it does because I can't really see Navy, Air Force, and Army really changing too much. I mean, if they did, cool. But it's almost like, because I think Staubach even had to do that. Because even when he was drafted, he didn't get into the NFL right away. He had to do his 4 years, and then he went into the NFL and played quarterback. So when Staubach started playing quarterback, he was an older guy. He wasn't 21, 22 years old. So I'm assuming with him, he's going to have to do the same unless those 3 academies made a change, and I just completely missed it. But I don't think I did, because usually I would hear something like that.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything like that either. Also, his projection is 6th round to undrafted free agent.
Yeah, and that makes sense because 1, a level of competition. 2, because of how you describe him. But 3, like I said, Yeah, you got to put some years in, man.
And the guy can play. Like,
yeah, I'm sure he
you know,
can.
it's like, but again, it's like, okay, who is he playing against? Like, I mean, I can put on a heavyweight championship belt. I can walk into a daycare and start punching 5-year-olds in the face, but that doesn't make me the UFC champion. I'm just saying. So, that's always a concern, is the level of competition. Now, to be fair, there are guys who have played in these smaller conferences or even small schools, so FCS guys, that they shine, but then when you put them on the big stage, they still shine.
Yeah.
I mean, we can talk about your Jerry Rices and your Walter Paytons and your Doug Williams and so forth.
Look, even listen, Chad Hennings had a solid career. He came out of Air Force.
Exactly.
He got himself 3 rings. Now he played for Cowboys, but shoot, he still had a solid career.
Yeah. So
and there were others.
So there are exceptions to the rule when we talk about these type of things. Go ahead, because I have 2 more.
Okay. So I'm gonna do one. I'm gonna let you do one. I'm gonna do my last one. I'm gonna let you do your last one. Okay.
All right, tracking.
Tim Keenan, nose tackle, Alabama, 6'1", 327, 5th-year senior. Was a team captain this past year. Was a team captain.
Is it D tackle?
Yeah, nose tackle. Yep, 6'1", 327.
Out of what school?
Alabama.
Okay, he's a Bama boy.
Yeah. Now, because Saban retired after 2023, he is a Saban recruit. Okay. Now, of course, Saban retired after 2023 season. He played 2 more seasons after Saban retired. But I feel like we are on the last of whatever Saban players are left.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And because he's a Saban recruit and nose tackle, I think he'll be solid enough starting off. I'm not saying he's a starter. Draft him between rounds 5 and 7 and start him off as a backup. And then I don't know if he maybe a starter one day. I don't know, but definitely start him off as a backup. Rotational guy, give him 5-10 snaps a game just to give your starter nose tackle breather. But I would draft him.
He's not a Haloti Nada, but he does comp to Jarrell Casey.
Okay.
And let's see what the window is.
Oh God, here we go. Round 1, an undrafted free agent.
I wish I was making this. I wish I could tell you that you're wrong. I wish I could tell you that you're wrong. Round 1 to 6. The average is round 4.
Oh.
And at that point, I think he's just living off the Alabama name. He come out of Alabama, he must get played. Talking about the Tide. Don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide. So I don't know.
Listen. Those Saban days are gone, and nothing wrong. I have no dog in the fight, and I don't know what's going on, but those Bama days are gone, man. Those Saban days are gone, man. They are.
Yeah,
I don't disagree with you at all. This current head coach is not Saban, man. And I'm not trashing the guy, but trying to replace Saban is like trying to replace
Michael Jackson.
There you go. Yeah. There you go.
All right. That is my next to last one. Another wide receiver. My last 3 wide receivers, by the way. Caleb Douglas. I had to put a hometown boy in here. Caleb Douglas out of Texas Tech, who played his high school ball here in Missouri City. Went to Hightower High School. That's where my niece and my nephews went to school. 950 raw athletic score. Relative athletic score. 6'3", 206, 4.39, 1.55 10-yard split. 79-inch wingspan.
He plays receiver?
Receiver. Deep ball, great catch radius, of course, with a 79-inch wingspan. And he's a willing blocker. Those are the good things about him. The issues are 206 with a 6'3" frame, and he needs to put on about 10 more pounds.
Mm-hmm.
He does not, we talked about this off the air before we came on, but he does not have a complex route tree. And people are starting to realize that from the DK Metcalf debacles. I'm going to run a 9 route. I'm going to run a post. I'm going to run a comeback.
And I'm going to run
a slant.
Mm-hmm.
I don't ask me to do nothing else, because if you ask me to do something else, that DB going to be all over me. So that's one of the reasons. Next thing, he has some.
Don't run the pivot route.
Yeah, no. He ain't gonna run a whip. No,
you gonna move one line. He ain't doing all that.
No. He has some concentration lapses, so he has a lot of drops.
Oh God, I hate that.
And again, going back to his frame is very wiry. You remember how Randy Moss looked at Marshall? Now,
Yeah, God.
By no means am I comparing him to Randy Moss.
I know.
But you remember Randy Moss kind of bulked up a little bit once he got to Minnesota.
Listen, man.
Yeah, but he has that wiry frame.
Hey, his arms was like this.
Yeah. When he played for Marshall, he was tall, but he was lanky. He has kind of like that same frame as Randy Moss during that time. My projection is round 6 to being an undrafted free agent.
Okay.
He's I mean, there's some potential there just because of the size and the speed. 4.39 and 6'3" is pretty impressive.
Mm-hmm.
You can't like not look at that, but he's definitely late day 3.
How tall is he?
6'3.5".
Okay, I thought you said 6'9" for some. I don't know why I thought you said 7'.
No, not he's 6'9". No, but yeah, no, he's his explosiveness off the line is nice. All of those things are good. The height, the wide catch radius. He's a 50-50 ball guy.
Okay.
I'm going to say that again. He's a 50-50 ball guy. So, in other words, if you throw out the 50-50 ball, half the time he gonna come down with it and say, hey, you're going to say, how did he catch that? Then half the time is like, he should have caught that. That's what he is. That's why he's projected to be 6th round or later. But there's something there. There is something there.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is, man. But
if he can be coached up, All right, go ahead and go with your last one.
All right, my last one. Here we go. Y'all ready for this one? Euar Bernard.
Position.
21 years old. Nigerian defensive lineman. He's going to be part of the NFL International Player Pathway Program in 2026.
Okay.
6'4", 306 pounds.
Edge.
Okay, I got him as a defensive tackle.
A D tackle? Okay.
Well, yeah, 6'4", 306. Listen. He is athletic as all get out, okay? If you was to see his raw score, Eric, you would love his raw score, okay?
I'm all ears.
But the problem is, I don't think he played in college football, okay? So
practice squad.
Yes, practice squad. Well, and because he's a pathway program player, no one can take him off your practice squad. Okay, so he's on your team. Okay, so development. He's athletic, but you got to develop him. You got to coach him. Okay, and he's going to get used to all that stuff. But
I hate this. I don't want to sound like a homer, but I would absolutely love for a guy like Chris Kocurek to get a hold of him.
I would love him in Dallas and hope Dallas develop him correctly. I want to be his position coach. You ain't gotta make me defensive line guy. Make me assistant defensive line guy and give me him. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'll clean. I have him ready in a couple of years.
It's got to come down to coaching. Definitely,
It is.
It's got to come down to coaching because he's just green. You know, he's raw.
Yeah.
But he's got all of the natural. Excuse me. Natural attributes that you can't coach. So
yeah.
You can't coach speed. You can't coach size.
No.
You know?
Right. Yes. Give me him. I will work with him. I will coach him up. Let's go. 6'4".
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let me go to my last one. Let me see if I can pull him up right quick because I got him written down, but I want to pull up all his information. Dang it. Hold on. Let's do it this way.
His ceiling is round 1. His floor is out of the league.
Right? Okay, so my last guy, Skylar Bell.
Okay.
Wide receiver, University of Connecticut. It's amazing how Indiana and Connecticut got football teams now. They normally basketball schools.
Again, coaching matters.
Yes, absolutely. 9.71 out of 10.
Raw score. Okay.
Yeah. So that's pretty hot. 6 foot 192, 4.40 40. He's scraping 4.3. 1.51 split. So basically, very, 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 very quick first step. He's gonna get out of Dodge. Yeah, his comps. Oh, I just had it. Yeah, his comps are guys like DJ Moore, Rasheed Caldwell. Yeah.
Okay.
He's got a quick first step. He can beat you deep. His explosiveness is blue chip. His agility is elite. He's got great instincts. I think the knock on him probably is his size, which I'm not 6 foot 192. Hey man, put on 8 pounds real quick. All right, you good to go. That's what I think. You know, that's just my opinion. But his projections are, his high is round 2, low is round 4.
Oh, okay, that's better.
Yeah, that's a pretty tight window.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is one that probably could, out of all the guys that I mentioned, let me go back and look again. Yes. Out of all the guys I mentioned, this is the one guy that I got the most confidence that could probably sneak into day 2, late day 2.
Okay.
He's again, if you're looking for the guy to play wide receiver for you, this is not him. But if you already got a really like for example, I'm gonna use Minnesota. You got Jay Jetter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Skylar Bell will be great on the other side of him. He's like a Jordan Addison.
Okay.
Let me go find think. Let's say you got let's say you got let's say George Pickens doesn't stay in Dallas. He could be the other guy to CeeDee Lamb.
So you're telling me right now that if we get rid of George Pickens, I'm fine with this guy being opposite of CeeDee Lamb.
He's good enough to do that. Yes.
Okay.
He's like that.
Okay.
He could be that perfect example. Malik Neighbors.
Okay.
Coming back from injury, let's say Malik Neighbors comes back 100%. And let's say Wan'Dale Robinson's gone. I think is he gone? No, he's still there.
Who?
Wan'Dale Robinson. Or did he sign somewhere else?
He's in Tennessee.
Okay, he left. So Wan'Dale Robinson's gone. And you got Malik Neighbors. Skylar Bell fits perfectly right there.
Okay.
He would be that Robin to Malik Neighbors' Batman.
Okay.
And he would be like the Dick Grayson Robin.
Okay.
So he's that good. Like I said, out of this list of guys that I got, he'd probably be one of the ones. If any of them were going to sneak into the second day, round 2 or 3, it would be this guy.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's why I had him last. Rest of these guys, they are solid day 3s, but the team that gets them, that coaches them correctly and develops them correctly, they're gonna have themselves a steal because one, the salaries are not gonna be that high.
Nope.
So you're not paying for a whole lot for them. Nope. Let's say they peak around TJ Finley, quarterback.
Yeah, quarterback.
That's a Tristan question.
Yeah, so actually, Eric James, yeah, and I'm sorry, I meant to say something earlier because I did see it. TJ Finley is a quarterback. Okay,
let's hold on. We can pull up his information though. No, we can't give. I can't give. And let me give my full disclaimer. I cannot give a authoritative opinion on quarterbacks that I have or any players that I have not looked at.
Neither can I. But I was gonna say. Tristan ain't high on none of these quarterbacks. So
yeah, he's not high. And I don't even I'm looking for his name and I don't see it.
TJ Finley.
Where's he out of?
Was it Notre Dame? Oh, he didn't even say. He didn't put that on there. Let me see. Let me Google him. TJ Finley. Quarterback, black guy. He previously played at LSU, Auburn. Wait a minute, he played at all those schools? Wait a minute, hold on. Okay, let's get this information correct. Oh, God. Boy, you've been all over the place. LSU in 2020, Auburn 21 and 22, Texas State in 23, Western Kentucky in 24, Georgia State in 25.
I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere. 6'6", 230.
Yeah, well, I got 6'7", 246, but whatever. And something called Incarnate Word.
Incarnate Word, yeah.
In 2026. Well, I guess this year.
Ex-Lord tryout tier. Multi-transfer, big pocket passer, probably secondary leagues. So they saying he's probably going to wind up in the USFL, and he could develop into something and maybe, burst onto the scene as a free agent in the NFL after a couple of years in the USFL or somewhere like that.
Dude, man, how many schools did I name?
I lost
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I mean, dude been to 5 schools. Okay. He's played 7 seasons. I said 5. Well, whatever, because Incarnate would whatever. Yeah,
Incarnate Word.
Yeah, it's like makes the number 6.
This man has been in college longer than Ice Cube's character on Higher Learning.
Listen, man. Listen, no. Yeah, that's at best he's a third string quarterback. At best. Okay. 6'7", 246. Nah, dude. You just tall, man. You are tall.
Paxton Lynch was tall.
Yeah, I know Paxton Lynch was tall. Matter of fact, Paxton Lynch was that exact same height, 6'7".
Yeah.
6'7", whatever.
Tell me you're around kids. When I tell you you're around kids, we both did it.
Yeah, but listen, man. Listen, nah. That dude, man. Shoot.
Well, I think we can go ahead. We're right at the 1 hour and a half mark.
Yeah.
I think we can go ahead and wrap it up for tonight. We've covered some hidden gems. Be looking for these names. You could go ahead and write them down. You could run back through this and write them down and check them out. Do your own research. You can talk with somebody on our Facebook page. It's like, hey man, I looked up such and such, man. You crazy. He ain't no 6th rounder. He a 1st rounder. Okay, well, we can talk about it. Yeah, man. this is what it's about. This is what we enjoy about doing this, because anybody can get on the internet, on YouTube or whatnot, and sit up here and talk about, Denzel Boston or Omar Cooper. But it's the Eli Heidenreichs and the Caleb Douglases and the Skylar Bells that it's like, whoa, we can talk about our Mansour Delanes and all of that stuff like that. But Charles Dennings, what about him? He could turn into something, So that's how in depth we are on Just a Fan Podcast. We do this every year. This is our favorite time of the year, other than when football season is actually in. But this is one of our favorite times of the year, looking at and evaluating talent. And we have poured over hours of film on some of these prospects. So we're not always right, but we're right more often than we're wrong when it comes to these guys. Yeah, that's our show for tonight. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you for all of you guys' comments, your questions. We appreciate you so much. Thank you. Again, if you aren't a subscriber, make sure you subscribe. And if you got a friend that likes football, just loves NFL football, and I know you got friends that like all sports, so right now they're deep off into NBA and the Masters just ended, okay, we get it. Baseball's going on. Everybody's not like a diehard football freak like we are, because we strictly NFL. But if you do have a friend that's in the NFL football, tell them, hey man, these guys know what they're talking about. They're pretty entertaining. The guy with the black hat is off his rocker. And he's crazy, but check these guys out, share our link. We love to get some more subscribers. We love to interact with you because we love football. We love talking about football. And we want to talk about football with you. Another banger, boys. Catch y'all next time. Thank you so much. Thank you. We appreciate you, Wes. But again, that's our show for tonight. Check it back with us on next Monday, where we will be doing our mock 1 point only. We will actually do the first round of the draft, and we'll mock how we think. I'll put it like this. Our mock is who we think these teams could take and who these teams should take. It's a combination of both. So pick number such and such as this team. We're going to say, well, they should take this. I'm leaning toward this person here. So it'll be pretty interesting. We'll be looking for your comments during this time. And then we have a live draft watch show on the next Thursday, not this Thursday, but next Thursday. We have a live draft show where we'll actually be watching the draft and reacting to the picks. That show's going to be even longer than this one because y'all know how long the first round can be. I'm probably not going.
Oh, by the way, speaking of which, I forgot to tell you because I purposely did not say this in the group chat. I want to save it for the show. They have cut the first round times from 10 minutes down to 8 minutes.
Thank God. Because I wasn't going to work the next day. I'm going to be real.
I already took off.
Yeah, I was going to.
I already took off.
I was literally going to use my days. Hey, look, I just did a live draft show. That thing was like 2.5 hours. I'm not coming.
I'll take off anyway, but I took off already. Sure, I already put my time in. I got time.
Eric James, Donna Ray, I know what I'm about to say. UIL over. I'm taking off days. I'm using my days. Because by the time the draft come around, UIL will be over. So I know what I'm talking about.
But that guy TJ Finley should make his own version of "I Get Around" by Tupac. Make his 2026 version.
Round and round.
All right, so like we said, next Monday night mock draft 1 point only. Next, and then not this Thursday, but the following Thursday. It's going to be the first round. We'll go live maybe around 7:50 Eastern, 7:55 Eastern, just to be a little bit in front. We're not going live at 6 p.m. Eastern or something like that. We're not doing that. No,
we'll go live right before they actually open up the draft. Hey, we're here.
Yeah.
So to be clear, before we get off, because I know we dragging this on, I'm gonna say like my old pastor used to say when I was a kid. This and I'm gonna be through. But to be clear, we're not actually showing the draft on our draft watch party.
No, because then we get deleted.
So we'll be watching the draft. You'll see us on the screen, and we'll be watching the draft as it goes, and we'll be talking about, hey, such and such just picked such and such. They stupid. Such and such just picked such and such. Oh, that was a good pick. So yeah, that type of thing.
There you go. Oh, and by the way, thanks for the likes, because I've noticed these last couple of weeks, these likes have been up, man. They have been up. So keep liking, subscribing, and sharing this content. All right. Again, Coach Williams, NFL Encyclopedia, Wildcat quarterback, the runs the show, future Hall of Famer, That Direction, Panel 316, the good guy with a black hat. Good night, y'all. Peace out.